Air inside the cafe smelled like freshly brewed coffee and warm cinnamon. Rain tapped against the window as I sat in my usual corner, sipping an espresso, scrolling mindlessly through my phone. It had been a long day at work, and this was my little escape. A moment of silence before heading home. That's when I noticed him. A man dressed in a dark coat sitting just two tables away. He was not drinking anything, no coffee, no food, just sitting there, staring directly at me. At first, I thought maybe I was just imagining it, but then he smiled. Not a friendly smile, not a polite one. It was the kind of smile that made your stomach twist, the kind that knows something you don't. I looked away, pretending not to notice, but when I glanced back, he was still staring, unblinking and unmoving. And then he stood up. He walked over slowly, deliberately, and without asking, sat down in the chair across from me. Ethan Carter, he said, you always order an espresso black. You always sit in this exact spot. And tonight, you're going to hear something that will change your life. My breath caught in my throat. I have never seen this man before in my life. I forced a nervous laugh. Who are you? The man just tilted his head slightly. You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. I should have left right then and there. But there was something in his eyes, something that froze me in place. Then, in a calm, chilling voice, he said, I know everything about you, Ethan. Every mistake, every secret, even the things you think no one knows about you. I felt a cold sweat form on my back. I don't know who you are, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. And I don't care. Just leave me alone, I said. The man leaned in closer, his voice dropping to a whisper. In exactly 48 hours, you are going to die. My heart stopped unless you listen to me. I pushed back my chair, ready to leave. This was insane. Just some lunatic messing with me. But then he pulled something from his pocket and placed it on the table. It was a photograph of me, but it was not just any photo. It was me sitting right here in the exact cafe, wearing this exact outfit. But something was off because in this photo I look scared, pale, eyes with white terror, and behind me in the photo was the same man sitting in the front of me now. I swallowed hard. This has to be some kind of joke. The man just shook his head. The photo was taken tomorrow, he said. I stared at him, feeling like the world was shifting beneath me. That's impossible. I know it sounds that way, but listen to me. In 48 hours, you are going to be murdered, and the only way to stop it is if you trust me. I laughed, more out of panic than amusement. Right, and then let me guess, you are from the future? He didn't answer. Instead, he slid something across from the table, a flyer, a poster. I felt sick when I saw it. It was one of the missing persons posters, my own face on it. Ethan Carter, missing since March 17th, 2025. That was 2 days from now. I couldn't breathe. Was it a prank or some kind of silly joke? Mind raced. I checked the flyer again, and that's when I noticed something else. At the bottom, in a tiny shaky handwriting, were four words. It was, don't trust the stranger. I looked up at him, my pulse pounding. What the hell is this? The man exhaled slowly, a warning, one that you gave yourself. I shook my head. Okay, this is insane. None of this makes sense. Not yet, he admitted. But if you don't listen, it will soon happen. And by then, it will be too late. I stood up, heart racing, ready to get the hell out of there. But before I could move, the man reached into his pocket and pulled out something else, a burner phone. He slid it across the table and said, "Take it." I hesitated. Why? Because in exactly 24 hours, someone is going to call you, and that call will change everything. I should have walked away. I should have thrown the phone in the trash, but I did not. I took it, and that's when, exactly when my nightmare truly began.